The 200-mile thing will definitely get beat. Definitely.
I think the way that the team that won last year succeeded because they had a consistent team of drivers that were all capable of driving well, whereas maybe we didn't. But we'll see this year. I don't think the record will go there with it because we're using different sorts of cars to last year, and I just don't think they're as good. Tactics then.
Tactics. Secret. I'm in your team.
Well, you've got to do 5,284 laps to break the world 80s, what the set world record is at the present moment in time.
In the 24 hours.
In the 24 hours. But we're trying to aim for about 5,400 laps, which is 230 laps a session.
You get pick-up shoes, sky pins, springs, armatures, magnets, tyres, wheels, axles, everything apart from a new chassis and a new body. Because that has to stay as it is at the beginning of the race to qualify for the record.
That was just done 14 something. Yeah. And you'll find that these gradually become silly over this whole 24 hours because everybody gets cars that jump lanes and it almost hits the floor.
We've come well prepared, unfortunately, for not the right sort of racing. At least we'll be able to see him at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
The only junior team, but there you go.
The mascot. So AJ's not here. No, this is AJ.
Give me that.
Before I started the club, I got together with a few other guys who were interested in HO slot car racing from up and down the country, and we spoke to Tommy and managed to get them to donate all the track for a sponsored race. And this is the third year we've done that. This year isn't in fact sponsored because we decided that sponsorship every year is too much to organise. So one year we do it for sponsorship, then we just have a sort of a fun event, and then again next year in 1996 it will be sponsored again. Our team is made up of the 5 sort of top members in the club on club night. We don't know whether it's actually going to work, whether the experiment will work, because maybe us 5 aren't exactly the quickest standard car racers, but we can give it a go and see how it goes and try it. Maybe next year we may change it again, I don't know.
Right, number 1, 2, 3, main 5. I was picking the smooth, the flattest area, which is on yours would be the front. If you don't want it on the front,
somewhere like there.
Fair enough.
30 seconds to go. Everybody in place? 10.
Come on, go. Oh, that means coming.
It's going backwards.
Just change it round, Don.
Yep.
car going round? Our car's going round? Yeah, that's right.
Seems to be running on tickets a lot.
Yeah, look at it down straight.
Going on now-ish.
Now-ish.
Now-ish, okay. I'll make it 1:31 then. Okay. Thank you.
Neil, want to go on?
Getting exciting.
Sorry?
Well, what we're going to do, because we're not quite sure if we've got a problem with the car or anything, what we're going to do is we're going to get up there, well, I'm going to get up there, check out the car, check out the hand controller. I've got a spare hand controller, so what I'll do is I'll compare the two together, see if the car's running okay, and see if we can actually claw back a bit of time, because there seems to be some sort of problem somewhere. Would have been useful if I'd had the 5 minutes before, but still, never mind.
Was there a power problem?
Yeah. But I don't know what actually caused it, so I'll check with Nick. Oh, he's gone.
Socket in the wall.
Yeah.
Not the circuit breaker, the socket's actually failed.
What have we done? Oh, right, there you are. Socket failed in the wall.
It's early days, but who's in the lead?
Southern Comfort's pulled out a lead of 4 laps and just about in a position to beat the world record if they keep going at this pace.
Oh well, everything's going well. I mean, apart from our rather hilarious start where we went backwards, all going to plan.
So if you can do 203 laps in the first hour, you're on to equal the record. So if you're above 203, therefore he's 27 above 203, so he's plus 27 laps.
They're doing very well. Southern Comfort, 27 laps above the record, and everybody said, well, I said it, it wouldn't get broken easily. But I wonder whether it will. Anybody else above? Are they the only team?
Yep, there is the next one, which is plus DHORC 1, which is I think there are 10 laps above the record.
Yeah.
And the next one is a couple of laps above the record, and that's it.
I've changed motors 3 times. We'll just leave it now then and let it go. I think it's the lane. I think it's lane 1.
The voltage drop or something.
Give me another springs. I reckon they're a little. Yeah, they are. I think there's a stretch axle above those two.
AJ, what are they doing?
Just keep running it down.
I think we got the bad batch of motors.
I think the only way we can do it is if we actually sit down with Americans and say, look, there's going to be 4 records, a standard car on this plastic type of track, a modified car on this type of plastic track, and then a standard and a modified car on their tracks they use over in the States. I think that's the only way we're actually going to get the, there's 4 records agreed. But the Guinness Book of Records are only interested in 1 record, what the overall distance is. So they don't know what the difference between a modified and a standard car, do they? So that's how we do it. Cut!
30 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
We've got 5:46. No, I'm on next anyway, so. We might move up to 5th now, so. Right then.
Yeah, we just got to get booked in. Stop at number 8.
Mind the bald head.
Camera. Oh, I'm on a telly, man.
They're the lane one.
You can't swap lanes yet. You can't change drivers. You can't change drivers yet. No, he's not allowed. You can't change drivers yet. Look at the mascot, Ace. You've got a mascot. Half a rabbit's foot in the pocket.
Patricia, you've got 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's secret. What we eat. Oh, have you seen that one?
Yeah, I'm sort of filming.
No, has it got a pit stop one as well? Oh yeah, 1/8 of the way through. Long way to go, yeah.
It's on a good lane then. How you doing? You know where you are?
Third, yeah. No, I'm knackered.
Already?
Is yours a good spot?
We're actually making inroads now, so.
Latest report.
Right, well, it's very exciting, as you can see. DHORC 1 is 1,656 laps after almost 7.5 hours racing. 2 laps behind Southern Comfort, who are on 1,658. In fact, now there's 1 lap difference. So we'll make an announcement shortly. DHORC 1 would have be ahead of Southern Comfort. It's absolutely super.
How's it looking?
White and blue at the moment. It's doing all right at the moment. They're only 10, 12 laps behind Southern Comfort. DHORC 1 are doing very well at the moment. I actually had to wait right down to the last second to separate 4th and 5th because they were spot on the same laps, all but up to the hour, within the last second. It's DHORC 2 and Murtux. DHORC 2 got it by about 2 seconds. So they're neck and neck at the moment.
How do you view things at the moment then?
Well, I've only just come back and deeply shocked to find us in 7th place. But well done, DHORC. They've obviously got their car going extremely well. Obviously got some magic fuel or whatever. Well done to them. I'll keep fighting on and we'll see how we do. Oh well. Very pleased, yeah. Especially this, I think we've broken the lap records in an hour this time. Just slowly. They'll move on to a better lane shortly, but I don't think it would be enough to save them. Seems strange as they were picking up on the record at one stage.
We're now minus 53 laps, so we've got those to make up in the last 5 hours. I don't know whether the car's good enough to take it as we go through lanes 2 and 3, but the main reason Southern Cup was so good last year, they actually managed to maintain over 200 laps for every hour. We've dipped below the 200 mark for 2 or 3 hours, and I believe that's probably where we're going to lose it, but we'll see. There's 5 hours to go yet, so there's still a chance yet, but we've got a 53 laps to make up, but we're still 70 laps in the lead, so we'll see how it goes.
Problem? Well, we're losing, that's the main problem. If we won for the kids, we'd be last.
And as soon as we've paid them half handsomely, we're doing well.
You got any oil?
Oil? What's that? It's what nuts piss.
What's happened, Nick?
We'll have to do an engine change.
You've been off the track a while.
Yeah, we've been off at least 10 laps or more now, so it's really going to make a race for it in the last 5 hours. We haven't had an engine change all the whole race so far, so we knew it was impending. Is that the right word? Something like that. About time, as Don Stanley says. So we'll have to see how it goes after the engine change. It's going to be a straight fight to the finish now.
It's one less lap every 15 seconds, though. Yeah, must be getting close. Must be getting very close.
You've lost that loving feeling. I think we ought to join in with a chorus of it. You've lost that loving feeling. It's best he doesn't know.
Well, I think the 8th session is going to be possibly the most exciting one we've had in the 3 years that we've run it, because there's about 12 laps between the top 2 teams, and it just seems to be staying that way, but anything can happen.
What are your targets for your team?
Oh, our team's sitting in 6th place, and I think it's going to stay there. Oh no. We're trying to get 5th place, but whether we'll make...
You've got a good lane.
Yeah, we've got a good lane, and we're, what are we, 30 odd laps to try and make in 3 hours, so we might be able to do it. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun trying.
Yeah. Anybody else? No, Golf got past Mertrucks, which he wanted to do. It's going to sit in 3rd, I think. A long way to 2nd place.
It looks like a race to the finish, so we want your comments now.
Oh, yeah, it's a race to the finish, but they've got 12 laps, which is about a third of a mile, so it's not an easy one to call back. 3 hours to do it. It's a tough task, but it's possible, you know. It depends if anything happens to either car, really. Depends if any driver cracks under the pressure. I certainly don't want to do any of the driving. That's my only comment.
It's going to be within 2 or 3 laps at the end of the line. We're going to send that blocker on now. No! Pick him up, quick!
this year it was very well deserved by following Martin Chadwick,